Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So the NBA playoffs have been kind of crazy. I'm just gonna guess. I don't know. I guess I'll give you guys my predictions for the first round. Mostly because I think at least out of the games I saw yesterday, there's some teams that I think are maybe gonna win. The in the first round that maybe a lot of people don't think should. But one team that I think is definitely getting swept is the Atlanta Hawks. I think they're definitely, like, Trae Young shot 5 of 18. I mean, Trae Young would be such a good player if he would just have some self-discipline. You know, like, I get that he can't really play defense because he's like 6 foot tall. And maybe even that's being generous. But, like, Trae Young is... He kind of, like, shoots his team out of games, if I'm being honest. Like, the Atlanta Hawks are, like, when they play as a team, they can win games. We saw that in the play-in. But, like, they're a team that I just don't think has enough to go against the Boston Celtics. Once again, Jaylen Brown looked better than Jason Tatum in the playoffs. I don't know how that seems to happen every year, but Jaylen Brown looked very good. So long as the Celtics have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I just don't think Atlanta's going to be able to compete. Derek White had like 24 points. I mean, the Celtics still have Robert Williams and Al Horford, and like they're a very deep team. I just don't think Atlanta has the bench or the depth or really even as skilled enough players to handle Boston. I actually think, if I'm being honest, I think Atlanta will maybe win one game, and I feel like even that's maybe being generous, but I don't know. Who knows? The refs kind of determine games in the playoffs, so it's really hard to call the games, but if I'm a betting man, I kind of think Boston wins this series in 5 games. Maybe even 4. Next is... Philadelphia versus Brooklyn. Mikal Bridges is very good, but that's pretty much it for the Nets. Ben Simmons isn't even playing, so they don't have, like, arguably one of their best defensive players or their best defensive player. Dorian Finney-Smith's a pretty good defender, but Nick Claxton can't hold Joel Embiid. And when you consider that the 76ers have James Harden and Joel Embiid, they shoot more free throws than probably any other team in the playoffs. James Harden had a very good game. Joel Embiid had a very good game. Even Tobias Harris played pretty good. Tyrese Maxey had 13. So, like, honestly, even though Philadelphia is not very deep, I still think I think they're gonna make quick work of the Brooklyn Nets, unless, like, Mikal Bridges has one absolutely insane game where he goes bonkers, which is a possibility, it seems, at this point. If I'm a betting man, like, I think the 76ers win that series in 4 games. I just don't think Brooklyn has enough to compete with them. Next game I want to talk about is the Cavaliers and Knicks game. Their series. That's a series that I think could go to like 6 games. But it really depends on if Jalen Brunson continues to be Jalen Brunson, which I think he's going to. It's just the idea of can he get some help? He had a lot of help from Josh Hart last night. Josh Hart had, like, I think 17 points and 10 rebounds. So Josh Hart had a very good game. I think that was his first career playoff game too, if I'm correct. But they're playing against a Cleveland Cavaliers team that is very good. The Cavaliers need to get more out of, like, Evan Mobley. They really need to get more out of their bench as well. Darius Garland was very good. Jared Allen had 14 and 14. Donovan Mitchell had 38, but this is a team that also needs more out of Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert played like shit. 3 points, shot 1 of 7. Isaac Okoro played like shit, 1 of 6. 4 from 3. Evan Mobley, 4 of 13 is just unacceptable. Unfortunately, I get that he's a second-year player, but He's a big role on this team. He has a big role. And 4-13, man, you got to play better than that. I don't expect Evan Mobley to play that bad, actually, continuing going into the playoffs. Like, I really think the Knicks will maybe win 1 or 2 games in this series, and then Cleveland will win it. I don't expect Evan Mobley to shoot that bad every game. I get that he's playing against Julius Randle, of all people, but I just don't think that's going to be a trend. RJ Barrett played horrible for the Knicks. 7 rebounds, or 7 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists on 2 of 12 from the field, which isn't good. Josh Hart was very good. Emmanuel Quickley, 0 of 5. He's been on a tear lately, but last night played like shit. Mitchell Robinson, 6 of 8. I mean, he's a center. I mean, what more can we really get out of him? Julius Randle had 19 and 10 on 7 of 20. So, like, I don't know. I'm more higher on the Cavaliers than I am the Knicks. I think the Knicks are a team that's like, yeah, they're here now, but they're still one piece away, I think, from really being a threat to anybody, or even really being in the conversation for being a threat to anybody. So that's that. And lastly is the Sacramento Kings versus the Golden State Warriors. Sacramento won their first playoff game in 17 years last night, and they are playing the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are a team that, I don't know why, but I feel like this series could go to 7 games. This is a series that, Domantas Sabonis is playing very good. De'Aaron Fox went crazy last night. De'Aaron Fox, I think, had 38, if I'm correct. I mean, De'Aaron Fox did his thing last night, and it was very good. Yeah, he had 38 points and 5 assists. Malik Monk had 32. Sabonis had 12 and 16. Kevin Huerter shot 3 of 12, but 6 points, 5 rebounds. Keegan Murray, they need to get more out of if he's going to start for them. I mean, he only had 2 points and 4 rebounds on 1 of 5. Trey Lyles played very good, 16 points, 6 rebounds on 6 of 8. Alex Len was okay, 4.7 rebounds. I think he had 1 block that was pretty crazy. So, I really think this is a Sacramento team that could beat the Warriors. Draymond Green had a typical Draymond Green game, 4 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists on 1 of 5 from the field. Steph Curry had 30 on 11 of 20, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Klay Thompson was okay, 8 of 19 wasn't great. Dante DiVincenzo was pretty good. Wiggins, 7 of 16. Jordan Poole, 4 of 10. They both had 17 apiece. This is a series that I feel like Golden State could end up maybe winning in the long run, but if Malik Monk is scoring 32 every night, it's going to be very hard to do, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Golden State, I think, is a deeper team, but if De'Aaron Fox is having games like that every night and Sabonis is doing 12 and 16, they're going to be a hard team to beat. So there's that. The Lakers, I think, are playing. Who are they playing? The Grizzlies. I know they play today at 3 o'clock. The Lakers are playing the Grizzlies today. The Miami Heat are playing the Bucks. The Suns are playing the Clippers, and the Nuggets are playing the Timberwolves. I think the Nuggets beat the Timberwolves in this series. The Nuggets probably win that series in like 6 games. I think Phoenix could sweep the Clippers. That's just my own opinion. I think it's a very real possibility. The Clippers are just they being that Paul George is injured. I don't know if Paul George is back. But they're really, Paul George is out for this game with a knee injury, so they're relying on Kawhi Leonard to backpack this team. And I don't know, man. Being that it's Kawhi Leonard versus the world here against Phoenix, I don't think the Clippers win this series. I think the Clippers championship window is closed. They're a team that I've given up on. Phoenix is just too loaded. And being that Paul George is not playing in this game, I think Phoenix wins this game today, and on top of it, I think they win the series. Milwaukee, I think, is going to sweep Miami. I'm just going to call it right now. Miami looks like a fucking disaster, and Milwaukee has been on a tear. They're their number 1 seed in the East, so I think Milwaukee wins that game. The Lakers versus Grizzlies series could go to 6 games, but I think Memphis wins that. Depends really on how LeBron plays and how Anthony Davis plays, how their depth is. Memphis is a good defensive team. Dylan Brooks, I'm sure, is going to piss somebody off, so I don't know. That's going to be an interesting series. The Lakers could win that series if Anthony Davis plays the way he's been playing and LeBron continues to be amazing, but the Grizzlies really need Ja Morant to go off. They have Desmond Bane, they have Dylan Brooks, they have Jaren Jackson Jr., so I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see, but that's the first game of the day today, Lakers versus the Grizzlies, and I just think that if we're being honest, I think Memphis wins that series, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers actually beat Memphis. So I don't know. That's pretty much it for me. Tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report, and out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.